everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Bengals going up against the Browns.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And some space here. Space to maneuver at the 40. Give them 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Obviously, a big play was needed. And you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
On the ground, this is Johnson. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Frank Clark, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught at the 10. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. David Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Set to return now. Here's Deontay Thompson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Let's go!
On play action, Kaiser. They'll roll him out right. Room to run past midfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Kaiser showing what he can do with his legs. It's more than just the arm. He scrambles and picks up the first. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a play fake here on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Play action now. Kaiser. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Nick Perry with a pick. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Shift together here from the D-line. Brissett. He's going to air one out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. From the gun, here's Brissett. Forced out to his left. And James has it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
First down, Brissett. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. 2nd down now after the incompletion. Brissett again. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Time running out here on the play clock. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 1st and 10 inside their own 20-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Now they'll run it on the toss. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Some room at midfield. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, and he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for the Browns. 59 yards. They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll give Yeldon another crack. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank. But this game, you know, can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction. But he seemed to put a little too much on it. And from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
In not great starting field position here for the offense. They begin the drive with Johnson. He's got room to run past the 20. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
A first down throw for Brissett. Underneath for Johnson. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Second down, Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go! Ohio!
Out of the gun, Brissett. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's John Ryan now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Here's John Ryan now as he'll punt it away for the second time. More from Cleveland after this. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Now they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you described that because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was zero space, no gain.
third down. Kaiser. He sets to fire deep. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They hustle to the line offensively. Kaiser urging them to move faster. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Come on, let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They hustle to the line offensively. Kaiser urging them to move faster. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
Short yardage. Kaiser feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Play fake. Kaiser. He'll buy some time right. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet at the 41-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Now that was an inspirational scramble for a first down, all the while absorbing a big-time hit. Well, we know the guys in the huddle appreciate what he's doing. But how about the guys in the press box, the luxury boxes, the guy who signs his checks, and especially the main guy with the headset on the sideline? I'm not so sure they like that so much.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. They go play action. Kaiser. He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And running with power here. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets. but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A second down throw for Brissett. This is caught. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Now they try the right side here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. Well, other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. To throw is Kaiser. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Marquette King now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And out now, here come the Bengals. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Here we go.
We're set now on 2nd down. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
In there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
I know every down's important, but you know as well as I do, partner, 3rd down is key for both offenses and defenses, and Cleveland's got to get better on 3rd down on D.
And what they did right there, you're right, they need more of. They were tied for 30th in the NFL in sacks last year, but a big one there brings up a punting situation. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Browns on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they give this time to the tailback. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. Now a handoff looking right. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Down right around the 25. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Here we go.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Okay, so thought they might go for it here down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. This from 42 yards out. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So 2 missed field goals for him now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
The first down carry here for Johnson. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Nifty footwork at the 45. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. We're set from the gun on 3rd. He finds Humphreys. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. 2nd down here. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the offense avoids disaster, keeps possession. Now it's 2nd down. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. As Bengals on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. They go to Johnson again. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And Parkey's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Off the play fake, Kaiser. He's going to let it fly. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Let's go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Dancing to his left. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
Ohio, flex round, flex round, flex round.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson down to the 25. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. And the storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So for the Bengals,